There and welcome, and today in this video I'll be showing you how to make a quest system where you can talk to this NPC here and accept this quest and kill these thugs and get money, and you can replace these thugs with anything, coins, whatever you like, as long as it's inside this folder here. And yeah, and now you can go and claim your reward. So, let's get started. First, we want to insert our NPC. So I'm going to use the Load Character Light plugin to insert my dude, and so just type in a random username and load that avatar in with R15 or however you want. And so once you've got your character for your NPC, you can add in a part and move this part in front of the NPC. Scale it up like this. Make it transparent. Make it can glide false, and also anchor it. Well, there we go. Now that you've got this part, you can. I'll just rename quest part. You can rename it quest part. Once you have named it quest part, insert a proximity prompt into it and set the action text to talk to. Once you've done that, you will need to insert a script into the quest part, and in the script you want to write script.parent.proximity prompt.triggered connect function two brackets and player. You go across and click enter, which will generate this end in a bracket, or you could just write that out yourself, but it'll just be easier if you just click to the cross arrow after you've added the two brackets and enter. Now write if player dot is doing quest, we'll add that value in later, dot value equals false, then and player dot done quest, we'll also add this value in later, dot value equals false, then we want to fire an event in replicated storage, so we'll add that in replicated storage, click the plus button and add in a remote event. Rename this remote event to quest GUI. Of course, we'll design the quest GUI later, but first we've got to get the script done. And now it's a game, replicated storage dot quest GUI dot dot quest GUI. Wait, oops. GUI. And now we want to fire client with the player as one parameter and speech as another parameter, and one last parameter, which is the player again, which is pretty annoying, but it has to be done. And so now write else if player dot is doing quest dot value equals true, and the player done quest equals false, then local is bug left. I want that. I'll just make this L the capital letters so it's easy to read. Equals false. So we know the player done. There's bugs left. And I'll just add an end there because otherwise the code's invalid. And now I'm going to write for I, my V, in peers game dot workspace dot dot quest. We'll add that in later as well. And we want to get the children of this. Oops. We go create children, and now we write do, which will loop through all of the quest folder's children. Maybe now we should just exit the script for a sec, and we should add in this quest folder. Add in the folder, name it quest, and now I think I'll add in my thugs. So I'll go into my plugins, so I'll go to load character, and I'll just search a random username until it gives me a blocky avatar, and I'll spawn one of those, and I'll rotate it with Control R, rotate it 3 times, and I'll rename it Bug, and I'll duplicate these, and I'll put all of them inside the quest folder because you've got to slay these dudes, so get the reward for the quest. And now that we've done that, back in our script we'll go if v dot name equals bug, then what we want to do, that we want to set as fug left to be equal false, because there is still fugs in the folder, and underneath here, oh yes, we want to set it to true actually, not false, because there will be fugs left. Right, and if there is a fug left, then we'll do nothing. But if there isn't, then we will go game dot replicated storage dot quest UI colon fire client, and we want to fire for player and final GUI and player again. So now go player dot done quest equals true, because I have done it, and player dot is doing quest equals false, because they're not doing it anymore, and then we'll give them the reward by setting going player dot leader stats. We'll add in the leader stats later. Dot money dot value, and we'll add on 50 as their reward for killing the thugs. So now that we've done that, this script is finished. So now we want to add the script for the leader stats, don't we? So go back to the base point and in server script service, add a new script. Call this new script leader stats. Now they've called the script leader stats. We will go game.players.player added connect function player and then we'll go local leader stats and we'll set that to instance.new and we'll create a folder. And now I've created the folder, but leader stats dot name equals leader stats. This may seem quite obvious because the variable is called leader stats, but we're actually seeing that object, the folder's name that we just created, the leader stats. Leader stats dot parent equals player, and which will make it so that the player owns the folder, and we'll make a variable for their money, and that will, and we'll see that new and a number value. And we'll set the money's name to money. So now, and we'll finally parent the money with the leader stats. And now make a variable for is doing quest. And this is the instance .new pull value, and then we'll go is doing quest .name equals is doing quest, and we'll see is the request value. We'll set that to false because when the player joins they won't be doing the quest. Is doing quest dot parent equals player, and we can copy this and we can paste this back in, and instead of that we can delete this part. Oops. Just undo that and just change these out, set it to done quest. Done quest. Just and do it for the rest of them. Boom. This one done. And the last one. Done quest. And we'll just set its name to. Just copy this. We'll see. And paste it in there. Done quest. We go. So that's the latest stat script. Now we are going to have to do the script that does most of the remote events, which will be, we'll put that. Okay, so the script that will handle the remote events will be in okay. Oh yes, I remember now. So we've got to do the GUI before we do that script, otherwise it won't really work out. So let's design this GUI. Go ahead in the screen GUI and rename this GUI speech. Wonderful. Add in a frame and just drag this to here and make a box. Like that. And now I've got that, I'm just gonna add a UI corner. Make it look good. And yeah. Also, we should name this dude NPC. Yeah. And so continue with the GUI. So I'll create a text button. That there. I'll copy that and I'll paste it into the text button. I'll set this text button's background color to a green. I'll set the text button's text color 3 to white. I'll set the text scale to true. I'll set the text to accept. And I'll rename the text button so it says okay, copy that and paste it into its name section. The button's done. Duplicate this button. Move it along here. Actually, maybe scale this frame up a bit. And set this other button here, color to red. Instead of accept, we'll change it to decline. So the player will click this button if they do not want to do the quest. There's the name yet. So now that we've got that button done, I'll duplicate this decline button and give it name, okay, and the background color, set that to light green, and set the text to okay. And we can set okay so it is not visible. There we go. And then you can add a few more text labels into the frame. So, oops, that's a text button. Add in a text label. There we go. And I'll put this here. And I'll call this 1. And now I've got that. I think I'll set its border pixel to 0. And I'll change the text up a bit. Make the text scaled. I'll set the text to dude, which will be the name of this character. Yeah. And I'll duplicate this name label. And just drag this out here. Drag this out here. That. And try to get it centered. And now that I've got that, I'll just extend that up like that and like that, and I'll set the text to all we need to do really now is set the name to text label and I'll write in the quest text. I'll set the text to kill 3 bugs and I will give you $50. Okay. There we go. Maybe that's a bit big. I'll just scale it down. There we go. So now that I've got the GUI, I've got to make these thugs here killable. Otherwise, they'll just live. Even when to do it is add in the script. Local equals script dot parent dot humanoid dot side connect function 2 brackets and just wait how much free say, and then script dot parent destroy and to the script. But yeah, shift select these two thugs and paste into selected. We'll give them both script. Now, what we need to do is make the GUI so it is not visible. And now, what we need to do is we need to add in, oops, not there, replicated storage. We want to add in another remote event, and we'll call this one accept. And now we can get coding the GUI. So first, add a local script into the accept GUI and make a variable for the player. And we want to set it to game.players.localPlayer and script.parent.mouse button one click. I want to connect this with a function with two brackets. Now we want to go game.replicated storage dot accept fire server. We'll make the server for the accept fire. Now that we've got this, we want to do one last thing, script.parent.parent.parent. Oops, only two parents. Otherwise I would try to make this visible, but that's not a property. So make an arrow. Dot visible equals false. So they'll make the GUI disappear. And now we should code the decline button. So I'm just going to copy this line here. And all that's going to be in the decline button, this local script, is script.parent.mouse button one click, go and connect, function, and two brackets, and enter again. We're going to paste this line into here. And now we can code the OK button, which is actually the exact same script as the decline button. So I'll just copy this and I'll paste it into the OK button. So now that we've got that little script in there, so that's almost everything coded. Now there's only a few more scripts left. So now we need to add another script into server service, and this script is going to be game.replicated storage .accept on server event on connect function player. And now we just go player dot is doing quest dot value equals true. So now in that script, now when we click the accept button, we'll make it so you are doing the quest. So now what we want to do is that we're going to have to make it so when all of these remote events are triggered, it'll actually do something. So the script is insert a local script inside started UI, and And so this is the script. Game.replicated storage quest GUI on client event connect function and two parameters, GUI and the player. Okay. So if the GUI say was equal beach, then player GUI dot beach dot frame dot text label dot text equals great job. Here is your $50. And oops, that goes in the second one. So because that's actually going to be if the GUI equals I know GUI, here we go, does equal that, then we want to do that and a few other things, but let's just focus on this one first. So player GUI dot speech dot frame dot visible equals true, and which will make it visible so player can accept or decline the quest and do those things. And then this one we want to go player GUI dot page dot frame, so just actually copy that one, I'll paste that, dot accept dot visible equals true, actually false, because we want it to disappear, we don't want it to show. Paste that in again, dot frame dot line equals false, like that, player dot, oh yeah, we can just paste that in, boom, dot okay dot visible equals true, and player frame dot visible equals true. And so now it should be done. So the last thing we need to do is just get a sword. I'll get it out of the toolbox, usually I wouldn't do this, but it's only because yeah, there'll be a different tutorial for making a sword, but now we're just adding it in to slay these flags just for a demonstration. But I will do a tutorial on making a sword someday. I hey guys, I'm back and I found some errors in the code. And so I just stopped recording for a second to sort them out. And so I'll show you how to fix them. So I forgot to add dot value after done quest. I forgot to add dot value here. Forgot to add dot value here. So that was some of where the errors were originating from. And in here, I forgot to add a dot between the value. Again. And in here, I added a capital L for all of them. Then actually a lowercase l in player's UI. So that was why it wasn't working. So now if you click play here, talk to him, accept the quest, slay these thugs. And talk to him again. And he'll say, great job, here's your $50. You'll get 50 cash. You can click OK, and they'll disappear. And that's that. Thanks for watching. And also, you can replace these thugs with anything. And they may not be oofing for you, and if they're not, just click anchor them and unanchor them. Okay, and bye.